Hi everybody, this is Janet Wright, and this is a recap video where I tell you in detail what I healed in today's group energy healing. Today's date is the 17th of September 2017, and today's healing is the second in the set of 3 healings, one on Friday, one on Sunday, one on Tuesday. And so today is Sunday, the middle healing, the second of the 3 healings in the set. And today's healing was 22 minutes long. They're each about 20 minutes long. And just like the others, it was for 39 people in 4 different countries, including 5 kids. So hello to everyone watching this video, and hello to the participants of the healing, and especially hello to the kids. Hello, hello. Okay, so teeny summary, which I always say is teeny and it never ever is, but maybe today it will be, maybe. Teeny summary, the highlights that I can pick out are from this healing are lots of 4th chakra healing for motivation and self-love and receiving in order to help people clear guilt. Because that was sort of the whole gist of today's healing, was to clear guilt, let go of guilt. So lots of 4th chakra healing, lots of 5th chakra healing. 5th chakra is communications, but in this context, inner voice, like how you think to yourself, how your own thoughts are. So we worked that a lot to clear out guilt. And so 4th chakra, 5th chakra, number 5, and also a technique which we have used before in a recap, well, in a healing, in a group healing, but I discussed it in a recap a while back, collapsing gold net. So rather than just a single gold net, it's like, a whole cube of gold nets that come in to catch whatever's not your energy, and then you pull it out and give it to your angels. So I will be demoing all that during this recap, as well as explaining other smaller aspects of today's healing. So let's get started. So first, I'm going to use my little AccuDoll. Hold on, I gotta get her. Oh, wait, scenery note. It's a little chillier now, well, it's September 17th, and so it's a little chilly, and it's finally starting to be a little rainy, just barely today. We have a very dry summer here in the Pacific Northwest. Nobody realizes that unless you live here, like super dry all summer. So finally now we're just starting to get rain. But anyway, this is an apple tree that we have. We rent a house, which is nice. My husband and I have never had a house all to ourselves. We've just lived, in Chicago, we, had like an apartment, even if it was kind of big, but it's just an apartment in a building. But this is like a whole house with its own yard, fenced all to ourselves. So, which we rent. So anyway, it has an apple tree in the yard. So like on the ground there are all these apples, which I have to pick some more today with my husband. We bought this extra tall ladder and everything. So here are some of the apples that if they're good enough, they will turn into applesauce. Because we make them turn into it, and then I'll have it for my breakfast. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this is an acupuncture doll. Just for learning, if you're learning acupuncture, you're learning like the meridians in traditional Chinese medicine and all the little acupuncture points along the body. But anyway, so I use her to demonstrate what I do in the healing. So first, for starters, what did we start with in the healing, everybody? We started with grounding. That's right. So grounding should be as wide as your whole aura, I feel. And some people make a little tiny rope all the way down to the center of the earth, but I don't know about your life, but my life, I need a heck of a lot more than a little tiny rope in order to, you know, let go and release whatever I need to let go of. I need something major. So you can create, that was an apple falling. I hope I don't get bonked on the head by an apple. But anyway, so let's start by creating grounding together, okay? So you create your grounding, I'll create my grounding. But when I did the healing, I helped everyone make a brand new grounding, you know, but let's do it now so that watching a recap is fun and healing and informative and great. Okay, so pick a color, red, orange, or yellow. For this healing, when I did it, it was red for everybody because the angel said. So I'm gonna do that. So big red, I'm gonna think of my favorite color red. You think of your favorite color red. And if you can't think of something, maybe think of an object that you know of that's red, like an apple or a car or a sweater or something. But anyway, just think of that color and think of how wide your aura is. Mine is this wide. So you can think of that width for you. Roughly, that's probably how wide your aura is. And if you don't heal yourself ever, your aura is probably a lot like more dense. But you can go ahead with your mind and just poof it out, push it out. Be like, hey, I'm allowed to take up space. I need my energy to flow. I'm allowed to take up space, right? And then just imagine a big red grounding that connects you all the way down to the center of the earth. And it goes up high all the way to your third chakra, which is where your sternum ends. That's where your third chakra is. So third chakra is for productivity and time management and sleeping well. Okay, so wide and high, and then it goes all the way down to the center of the earth. So red, it could be like a big red beam of light or a big red waterfall, because you do want like a strong flow downward. So you just create that with your mind. And then in the healing, what I did is I did a nice, I'm gonna call it an earth energy soak. So I brought up the earth energy from the center of the earth all the way, and I made the grounding go really high for everybody up to the top of their aura. So the top of my aura is, yikes, is right here. So it's in the apple tree. So just bring with your intention, with your mind, just bring the red earth energy all the way up from the center of the earth, and just let that earth energy, red, the level of it raise up to, you know, above your head, like about 2 feet. So it's as tall as your whole aura. And just soak in the earth energy, just kind of let it calm you, and just let go of anything that's overwhelming you, anything that's confusing you, anything that's making you scattered or nervous. Let go of any fears. Because red is really good for the first chakra at the base of the spine. And it's a relatively slower moving color, but still, because it's a rainbow color, it's fine. So it is calming. Plus it's earth energy, red earth energy, so that of course is going to be super soothing for all your energy system. And while the earth energy was up that high, I just combed through everybody's whole energy system. So no, at that point, I just combed through the grounding. Another part, I combed through everything. So just imagine a copy of your grounding out in front of you, and it's a mini copy, right? So, well, right now your grounding is your whole energy. Oh, that's what, yeah, because the grounding was as high as the top of the aura and then as low as the center of the earth, right? And so just imagine that right now, your grounding right now is as tall as your whole aura, and then it goes down to the center of the earth, and then just comb through your 3D copy, because with gold light, you have a big energy center in the palm of each hand called your hand chakra, and then an energy center actually in each fingertip that generates a bunch of gold light too. So just comb through this big red flowy grounding that you have, and with your intention you're just helping with the gold light for you to let go of things. And the theme of this healing is releasing guilt. So just wash away any guilt, wash away any shame, anything that, you know, makes you feel bad, you know, and you can just say, I can forgive myself. I can let go of guilt. I can let go of judgment. And just let the gold light melt away any stuck energy, anything that's not flowing and not you. Can wash down your grounding all the way down to the center of the earth. And also we melted away, well, I helped people in the healing to melt away the rugs. And rugs, like a rug on the floor, that's my little nickname for flat energy blocks at the very bottom of your grounding, right before the center of the earth. And they're hard to notice because they're flat, unless you know to look for the rugs. So that's what we cleared next, even with the earth energy soak still going on. So the red earth energy is high as your whole aura still. So you're like getting that really comforting, calming earth energy soak. Just imagine with your copy of your grounding out in front of you towards the bottom, right before the center of the earth, how many rugs do you have? How many flat energy blocks are there in the copy of your grounding right now? And just with your intuition, just pick a number. You'll feel like you're making it up if you're a newbie, because when you're a newbie for a long time, it's just hard to trust your intuition. So the way to get around that is you just don't worry about it. You know, you just try not to worry about it. You're just like, okay, you know, I think it's 8. And then your mind will be like, but it might not be 8, you know, but don't get into that. Just be like, okay, let's say it's 8, you know? Because it's just nice to know, because then you go, oh, I think half of them are gone. And then, oh, I think only 2 are left. 2 rugs, 2 flat energy blocks at the bottom of the grounding, and just use gold light and just kind of soak the energy blocks in the gold light. You can even bring up more red earth energy to kind of soak those energy blocks in red earth energy also. So gold light and red earth energy. Yeah, that cleared mine. Okay, great. So then I brought the earth energy back down to what for me is more of a normal level, which is as high as the 3rd chakra. And again, the 3rd chakra, if you know, 7, 6, 5, 4th chakra, 3rd chakra, right? It's at the end of the sternum. The sternum is this bone that goes down in the rib cage, and then when that ends, that's your 3rd. So usually I have my grounding as high as my 3rd chakra, and then all the way down to the center of the earth, of course. So that's what I did for everyone. I just helped like lower the earth energy level and the grounding, you know, to the level of the 3rd chakra. Then we did some aura repair, and in the Friday healing, the aura repair part didn't come till like 15 minutes into the healing, but towards the end. But this time, aura repair happened earlier in the healing, and I just do it when the angels say, do it now. Yeah. Or when my intuition says, oh, I should do it now, and then I double check with the angels. So for aura repair, at first I just did the same thing for everybody, just kind of gold light around the whole upper part of the aura. You can get rips and tears in the lower parts of your aura too, like anywhere in your energy field. It happens when someone throws energy at you, you know, and then it'll kind of cause a rip. But it doesn't cause a rip if you don't have hard energy, you know, like stuck energy in your aura. So if you're all flowy, 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 someone can throw energy at you all day long and you're good to go, you're fine. You know, so because you can't rip water. Like flow you know, you can't tear through flowing energy, right? Only stuck energy can, you know, when you throw energy at that, it's gonna go, you know, and rip. So, like my sound effects. So, so anyway, I did aura repair with everybody, mostly in the top of the aura, but all the way around. So, how about we do that together? So imagine a copy of your whole aura out in front of you. So your aura is big, you know, all around you, right? In real life, it goes, you know, all the way behind you, in front of you, above you, below your feet even, right? But just make a mini copy out in front of you, like it's like a big ball, right? And hopefully a big ball with no big gashes and rips, but you know, we'll find out, right? So just imagine that big, your little mini copy of your aura out in front of you, and just wash the whole thing with gold light. You know, and again, it goes under your feet. All 7 layers of your aura wrap under your feet and behind you and in front of you. And you can kind of turn your 3D copy however you want. So like you can stare at the back of it, or you can look at the profile. So like, for example, you know, if this is an aura, you can look at it like this, so you see the front and the back in one view. Or if you want to just see like, oh my gosh, what's going on back here in the back of the aura, you can turn your little 3D copy, so you're just looking right at the back of it, right? So back of the aura, particularly upper back behind the head, is a very common spot to get rips and tears. Also above, directly above the head, is another very common spot. Third most common spot, maybe like right in front of the heart chakra. Someone's like, you know, right here. Who would do that? You know, some people don't meditate. Anyway. Okay, so imagine a copy of your aura out in front of you, and just lots of gold light, particularly at the top and the behind your head part and in front of your chest part. Just, you know, and just with your intention, just imagine you're kind of poofing it out. So any part that's hard, you want to melt the hardness, you want to melt that stuck energy. And any part that's you know, ripped, you want to wash that out. I have one back here behind my head, so, which is kind of new, only in the last 10 minutes. How about that? It's not a huge one, otherwise I would have felt it a lot. But anyway, so just wash it out, and if there's something stuck in there still, you kind of lift that out and you give it to your angels. You just imagine, you know, angels, can you please take this? And then they take it from you. You can melt it too with a lot of gold light or gold fire. You can melt whatever kind of object is jammed in there. So I'm just washing out that rip, and with your intuition, go ahead and find either a hard part of your aura or a whole rip in your aura. And just wash it out with the gold light from your hands and your fingertips. Nice. So that part right there now is whole, which is nice, and that makes my aura re-inflate, you know, kind of like a tire. If there's a rip in the tire, then it's going to kind of go woo, and be a little deflated. So your 7th layer, at least, maybe even some of the other layers, depending on how deep the rip is. But if that one was like 2 layers deep, so it wasn't a major one. So now my 7th layer just, you know, got bigger and fluffier because there's no hole in it anymore. Yeah, that's true, actually. Yay me. It's been a good day. I mean, I already helped myself a lot, so. But, so anyway, that's what I did for people. And if you want more background information on rips and tears, which are called WACS, W-H-A-C-K-S, I have 2 videos from a while back, which are cool. I like them, called Energy Wax Part 1 and Part 2. And again, that's W-H-A-C-K-S, like whack, whack, whack. Okay, so then Oh, so I did aura repair that way, where I was healing everybody's aura, because say someone didn't have any rips and tears, they still had some like little hard pieces of energy in different places in their aura. So the gold light would be melting those hard chunks, those energy blocks away for those people. Whereas the people with rips and tears, the gold light would be washing out the rips and tears and mending them together, right? And then just to keep it interesting, the angel suggested that I just kind of do two different things at once. So for the people that had no more rips and tears, I just sent gold light and combed through their whole aura and melted away the hard energy blocks that they were ready to melt. And for the people that still had some rips and tears, you know, I kept you know, using gold light and washing out those rips and tears and, you know, healing them up. So, you know, that's just FYI. Let's see, I'm looking at my notes, which are right under the camera. And again, like I said, for aura repair, mostly we focus on back here behind the head and this whole space above the head, the aura, the whole, all the 7 layers of the aura above the head. Oh, then, oh, there was one sample person and she still had like little rips and tears in her aura. And most people didn't, but she did, and a couple people had little ones left. And so for her, I noticed that it was like an issue, actually, like sometimes if you have a weakness somewhere, then it makes all the other places in your aura weaker, right? So if this is like your aura and this is the top of your aura, a lot of times in these recaps I talk about the 8th chakra. The 8th chakra is like a big gold sun. Everyone has one. It's a part of your energy system, but it doesn't naturally go into your physical body at all, or even your astral body. It is above all that, like a big gold sun shining down your eternal wisdom and eternal healing energy of yours onto you and onto your physical body and or your astral body, your energy body, your spirit body. So if this is like the top of your aura, then maybe at least like 3 feet above that is the gold sun. And if you're not really like engaged in what you're doing at the time, the 8th chakra could be even higher up, like 10 feet above, which is fine. You know, it's not like a terrible thing. But just so you know, it's not like right here. If this is the top of your aura, it would be like up here, like a big gold sun shining down. But anyway, so she, my sample person at the time, had too many energy blocks, like in this space above the top of the aura, between the top of the aura and that 8th chakra gold sun. So because she had too many energy blocks, it was just getting her whole energy field really out of whack. So, so since she was the sample person, the angels pointed her out to me. I knew that everybody would benefit a lot from a little bit of clearing energy blocks above the top of the aura, between the top of the aura and the 8th chakra, gold sun. So let's do that together. So if you imagine a copy out in front of you, just of like the top of your aura, you know, which is now round with no tears in it, right? So the top of your aura, and then your gold sun shining down on you, eternal wisdom and healing energy, and then that space in between, just imagine a couple energy blocks that would be really good for you to clear right now. And imagine what they look like. And for me, it's like, I would say 10 flat, hard pieces of energy, kind of like books that are stacked up. And some of them are black and some are white and some are gray. So I have a real variety pack of vibrations of blocked energy. So it doesn't matter. It's interesting. It's just, the point is it's blocked energy, so it shouldn't be there. So you should clear it with gold light, right? And also you could use purple earth energy. So that's what I did for people. I brought up purple earth energy from the center of the earth with my intention, and I just soaked this place above the top of the aura between the top of the aura and the 8th chakra, and then I use gold light too. And I just imagine the energy blocks that people were ready to clear at that time. Like I said, for me, it's a bunch of books that are 3 different colors. And I'm just using the gold light, and again, purple earth energy I'm bringing up from the center of the earth just to kind of relax that whole area. And I only have 3 books left, 3 energy blocks that I'm ready to clear at this time. Because this is the kind of space you could always find energy blocks up there that you could clear. So the point is just to clear as much as would be good for you right now. There's no like perfect state really anywhere in your energy system. Okay, so I cleared my energy blocks that I was ready to clear in that space above the top of my aura and my 8th chakra, and I hope you did too. So what that does is that helps the 8th chakra energy shine down and arrive better. And you know, like, so it's like there's no clouds in between you and the sun, or no, I don't know, hard books. So, and if you do have something cloudy or murky or weird, just point it out to your angels and just say, angels, can you please recycle that for me? And then they'll do that. So I just did that too. I just pointed out some like cloudy, murky stuff in between the top of my aura and my gold sun. And I asked my angels to recycle it with my intention. So you can do that, top your aura, your gold sun, find some kind of cloudy, murky, misty stuff up there, and just be like, angels, can you recycle all that? Cool. All right, so for me, that felt a little calming. And that's because the 8th chakra energy is very calming and centering and soothing. It's like this sort of Zen, big picture, peaceful, calm outlook. It's very, very nice. Eternal wisdom. Okay, so then I help people with the back of their throat chakra. So 5th chakra, number 5, is in your neck. And so the front of it, the round opening, the chakras are shaped like an open cylinder. Like I will demonstrate with my tea mug. So, which is spilling as I demonstrate, but anyway. Let's see if I can, no, it's gonna spill. But anyway, so it's a cylinder shape, right? So a round opening in the front and a round opening in the back, right? But no silver, it's just like a rainbow color that you set it to with your intention. So I like a light blue color for the throat chakra. So right now you can just imagine that open cylinder shape, a little bit bigger and round in the front and a little bit less big, but still round and plenty nice and wide in the back. And your favorite light blue color. And then just use gold light from your hands and unblock the front. I didn't do much with the front during the healing, but you can do it anyway. So just use gold light. Imagine like, you know, maybe hard chunks of energy right here, and just use the gold light and melt them away. And then the back is what I did more at this time in the healing. So, and even the middle. So like the middle would be like inside here and the back would be here, right? So so round opening and round inside, right? So there can be energy blocks. I mentioned this probably for one of the first times in the last recap, the September 15th recap. We did a lot in that healing for clearing energy blocks in the middle, in the center of a chakra, but also the whole back end we cleared a lot. So today I just, I didn't have to do as much because I'd already helped people heal it on Friday. Okay, so make sure my tea doesn't spill. Okay, so fifth chakra in the throat is for inner voice and communication with others. But I think people really underestimate how important it is to heal in order to have constructive, positive thoughts. I mean, technically fourth chakra is a lot about positivity and motivation, but your throat chakra is the whole chakra is about thinking and communicating your thought. So and listening, like hearing your angels, is throat chakra. So they work together a lot, you know, like this is the main positivity motor, but this one is about thinking and communicating. So positive thoughts, I mean positive everything, and then positive thoughts, positive communications. So anyway, so go ahead just with your hands, you know, open up your hand chakras and your fingertip chakras and generate a lot of gold light with them. And just, you know, you can go like this. You don't really have to use a copy if you don't want out in front of you, but you could. You imagine like an open cylinder and an open cylinder, and you're kind of seeing the side view if you want, and just unblock the back. You know, for me, I have like 3 hard sort of flat energy blocks in the back of my throat chakra, so I'm just using gold light. Now I only have 2. Now I only have 1. There we go. So now it's like the energy's gushing out more out the back, because that's what you want. You want it to be like all this like water flowing out the back, energy flowing out the back. That way you don't get so much neck tension, which is good. But also you have more constructive thoughts and you can communicate better. But you can also just use your hands like this, you know, and just direct the gold light into the middle and the back of the throat chakra, number 5. And at this point, I thought of the theme of the healing and about how it's about releasing guilt and also releasing shame. I think guilt and shame are just sort of like twins. You know, shame is like you regret something that you did, and guilt is sort of the same thing, you know. And a lot of times you may feel guilty about something, but it's not rational. You know, it could be just because somebody told you, why did you do that? That's so terrible. You know, and so then it kind of gets stuck in your throat chakra, their communication and their, you know, judgmental guilt. And so then you're like, oh man. And so then you're more likely to have thoughts that are sort of guilt-based or shame-based, where you just feel like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, what about this? Oh, I feel so bad, you know. Like technically, like I said, in last triplet set, I said it a lot, that guilt a lot of times is an energy block in the heart chakra, 4th chakra, because 4th chakra is like that positivity motor. And so when it jams up, you can feel guilty, like, oh, I feel so bad, you know, I failed or I did something wrong. So that's there, but it's also here because this is how you think. And so if somebody says, you know, oh, be quiet, you know, you're not supposed to say something, you know, they could be blocking up here, but they could also be blocking up here. So at this point in the healing, I just did the throat chakra with people and help people to let go. I feel like sometimes the front, I mean, the chakra, the energy flows in the front, spins around and flows out the back. But sometimes I feel like if you want someone to receive more, open up the front. If you want someone to release more, open up the back. But, you know, obviously both should be really, really open and unblocked, right? So you can just imagine as you're healing your throat chakra that you're letting go of any negative stuff that people have told you in the past, any judgmental stuff, anything that people were like, how could you have done that? Ah, you know, all that angry communication, just wash it out of your throat chakra. Sometimes I move my hands like that, sometimes I don't. It still works either way. You may have a preference. Okay, and then that was pretty much the halfway mark of the healing. And then the rest of it, I think, is quicker to explain. So the rest of it was more of the same. Like, I mean, I don't mean that in a boring way. It was very cool, but it was basically 4th and 5th chakra. Yeah, so then for the next, like, what I already said was the first 10 minutes of the healing, and then this part is the next 6 minutes of the healing, was 4th chakra and 5th chakra even more. So just healing the backs of the chakras and even the middle of the chakras, like the center of the chakras in there, any jammed up energy in there. So the front and the middle and the back of the chakra. So if this is the shape of the chakra, not the color, but the shape. So the front, round opening, the back round opening, which should be open and flowing, and then the middle, inside there in the middle. So we cleared energy blocks, and also I help people melt away energy cords. Because I mean, sometimes it's one and the same. You know, you just use gold light and you melt away the blocked energy, and the cords from other people, which are energy cords. If you don't understand energy cords, I have a video called Removing Energy Cords that you could watch. It's old, but it was actually really popular, that video. Yeah. I think because most people don't have like practical information about energy cords. Most people get all metaphorical, and you know, it's not like logic based when they talk about energy cords. So anyway, it's not very practical, you know, the way most people talk about it. But anyway, a lot of times when you melt away the stuck energy, that's what the energy cords are anchored into. So by melting away the stuck energy, the cords just kind of pop out and fall out of your energy field. But some were kind of stubborn, so then towards the end of this little 6-minute time period, I focused specifically on, you know, the front and the back of the 4th and the 5th chakra for people, melting away the energy cords that were still stuck into the front or the back of the chakras, those 2 chakras, 4th and 5th. And also in this time period, I did, because a lot of the time I'm healing the physical body chakras. I mean, you have 2 full sets of chakras. Like, that could blow your mind if you didn't know that. I mean, it's super useful information to know. So like, you have a physical body, right, made up of skin and bones, but it also has its own energy system, you know, like this acupuncture, you know, is great for that, you know, but also energy healing, you know. So you have chakras, the 7 chakras along your physical spine, which generate energy, generate all the 7 layers of the aura around your physical body. And that's an energy system that, you know, the whole time your body's alive, that energy system hopefully is working great, right? I mean, but maybe not. You know, sometimes if you have a hard childhood, or you have a hard relationship or a stressful job, you know, it gets more and more blocked up unless you stay present and have healthy habits and behaviors, and then you unblock yourself, or do this type of meditation. So you have a physical energy system, but you also have a spirit body. You are an eternal spirit. So you have an energy body that looks, you know, mostly like your physical body, but it's made up of just energy. There's no skin and bones. And it has its own 7 chakras and its own matching aura. You know, 7 layers generated by the energy that the chakras make. So for example, when your body is asleep at night, right? So here's your body asleep in bed, right? You're asleep, your body's in bed, right? So your physical body's energy system is just sitting in that bed, you know, repairing itself. The brain is helping to process energy and clear energy blocks, and, you know, that's fine. But your spirit, when you're sleeping, your spirit doesn't stay in your body. Your spirit body, or your astral body, goes off, like right when you're falling asleep. If you're like sleepy, your spirit is already above your physical body, and then you just kind of go with your angels. Hopefully everybody can have that intention. I'm gonna let my angels help and guide me in my sleep, right? I have a whole video series about sleeping and waking up that goes into a lot of detail about this kind of thing. But anyway, so your spirit body, you know, goes off on the astral and whatever, has a great time with your angels when you're sleeping. And then you come back in when you wake up, right? So being fully present is your your spirit body comes back into your physical energy body, your physical body, and they match up. So when you're super present and you're in all your body's chakras, your physical body's chakras, all 7 chakras, that means all your spirit chakras click in to all your physical chakras. So, and the auras match up. So it looks like you just have one energy system that's happy and flowing. Although a lot of times, realistically, people that aren't really good at meditating, they start disconnecting from their lower chakras, or they never even get into all their chakras. But my energy geeks that study this stuff and practice and heal themselves with videos can actually, over time, learn to be in all their chakras all day, every day, which is great because life is more fun that way. But anyway, so wow, big speech. So anyway, what I did though, in addition to healing the physical body's 4th and 5th chakra for most of the healing, I also healed the spirit body's 4th and 5th chakra, the astral body, right? The pure energy body, right? So I healed both sets. Usually in these healings, I heal more the physical body's energy system because that's what needs it the most. The spirit body, if you are letting your angels help and guide you and protect you in your sleep, your angels heal up most of your astral body really well in your sleep. I mean, angels can do everything possible, but sometimes you're just not open to certain levels of healing. So it's not their fault if your astral body isn't perfect. But anyway, so I healed the physical. And if you're more like, a very motivated, intermediate person or advanced person, you could imagine your physical body's 4th and 5th chakra and then your astral body 4th and 5th chakra, because they're 2 different sets, right? And then just notice which one is more blocked, which one needs more gold light, and just unblock both sets. But if that blows your mind, just ignore it, because someday if you keep working on this, it won't blow your mind and you can do it then, right? But so a more simple version, which I would say is still really powerful, is let's heal both right here. So if you're pretty present, you're healing both at the same time. So 4th chakra for motivation and positivity, self-love, self-care, self-nurturing, and 5th chakra for communication and inner voice and hearing your angels, right? So just gold light in the front, gold light into the chakra to heal and melt away blocks in the middle of the chakra, and then to go through all the way to the end of the chakra, the back end of the chakra, to unblock that, melt away energy blocks so the gold light's traveling through the chakra, 4th and 5th chakra, to unblock and open up the back of both of those chakras. So just take your time, let the gold light do the work, just relax. And you might find that one side is more blocked than another side. That's not unusual. So one of my participants, I happened to communicate with them after today's healing, soon after today's healing, which is very, very rare. Usually I don't communicate with participants, during the healing or right after at all. But I just happened to know that one of my participants put up a blog post. Actually, pretty much they started writing it during the healing, this group healing, which makes perfect sense because and they said too that this is a blog post that they've been meaning to write for a while, and they finally did it, which makes perfect sense because 4th chakra is positivity and motivation, and throat chakra is communication. And particularly if it's one that they've been thinking about writing for a while and they just haven't, then that means that this extra healing here and the extra grounding help them to, make it happen. So, yay. So let's see. Then it was just the last 4 minutes of the healing, or last, what, 6 minutes? No, I would say that was probably 8 minutes. I did all that, the fourth, all that extra fourth and fifth chakra work. And then it was just like the last 3 minutes maybe. I did this collapsing gold net, which is super, super cool. So a regular gold net is like say if this is you, but let's make a smaller you. So like say you're not this big, your body is like this big, right? And then that's out in front of you, a copy of your body out in front of you, and you make this big gold fishing net with your imagination. And then the idea is that this gold fishing net is made up of universal gold light, so it's nice, it's healing energy, but it's a strong fishing net, so it's going to catch whatever's not you when you pass it through your energy field. So you just pass it through and then bundle up whatever's not you and give that to your angels. And say with your mind, angels, please recycle all this. Right? So let's try that one more time. So here's your aura out in front of you, right? Here's your little copy of your body, and make it realistic. So if you're standing like I am, make your little copy standing. If you're seated or lying down, make your copy seated or lying down, because you want it to be the way you really are. Not like fantasy you, but real you, right? So, and then a big gold fishing net that's bigger than your aura, bigger than your grounding, and just pass it through your grounding, your aura, your body, and just bundle it up, whatever's not you, and give it to your angels. Okay. So, but the collapsing gold net is that same idea, but just a little cooler, probably. And I did this a lot in the last, maybe that was the last 4 minutes or so, but whatever. I did a lot of this gold net stuff. So it's like, you imagine like a gold net all surrounding you. So you can imagine it like cubed, so like a flat, big gold net there, flat, big gold net on this side, one on this side, one above you, so it's like, and one under you. So it's like, and then maybe you have like a magic button or something that you press, and then the net starts coming in. So it's just gonna it's gold light, so it's not gonna hurt you, and it's just gonna tangle up what's not you, and then it just becomes like this big chunk tangled up in the net, and then you just give it to your angels. So depends on your preference. You might like just one gold net and then just tangle everything up and give it to your angels. You might like that, that idea that's like, it's like a big circle, all, big globe all around you of netting, or a big cube all around you of netting, and then you just press your magic button, and just have it, collapse in. And that way it just tangles up everything that's not you, and it's like a big chunk, and you just give it to your angels and say, angels, please recycle that for me. So I did that a bunch. I did that for people's aura. I did that for people's grounding. I did that for the space above the top of the aura, between the top of the aura and the 8th chakra. I did collapsing gold net there. So let's do that one. So imagine the top of your aura, your gold sun shining, and then a big collapsing gold net. So like big box of gold net. Right? And then just press your magic button, and then it goes in and it tangles up whatever's not you, and then give all that to your angels and say, angels, please recycle that. Okay, so that is most of what I did. At the end, I just redid red grounding. So let's redo that. Just reimagine. You can get rid of the old one if you want. I think that would probably be good. Get rid of your old grounding and make a brand new red grounding, nice big wide flowing all the way down to the center of the earth. You can yank on it, make sure it's fastened all the way down at the center of the earth. And you can bring it all the way up, which is what I did. I gave everyone like an earth energy soak. So bring the earth energy level all the way up, and your grounding all the way up to the top of your aura. Nice red earth energy just to mellow out. If you want orange or yellow, that's cool too, but in the healing I did do red. And then I checked for rugs at the bottom while the earth energy was up there still, so make a copy out in front of you of your grounding, right? That's as high as your whole aura now, and it goes all the way down to the center of the earth. And right before the bottom, just melt away any flat energy blocks that you notice down there. Gold light, gold water, gold fire, gold glitter, whatever works. You can even roll them up and give them to your angels, the energy blocks. And if you have any others and you notice those, you can clear those too. Like I have like some floating energy blocks, so they're not like all the way at the bottom, they're like in the middle of the grounding, so I'm just gonna melt those while I'm at it. Nice. So then what I did is, and you could keep your grounding up like that if you want to just soak in earth energy for a while, but what I did is I brought down the earth energy and grounding level to be back at the third chakra, which again is right here for productivity, below your sternum. And then I just asked everyone to say hi to their angels and have their angels give them a healing. After, I said we're done, but have your angels give you a quick healing. And then I made sure everyone was doing that with their angels. So you could do that right now as we wrap up. Just say, angels, could you please give me a healing? So I'll let you enjoy that angel healing, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye!